If you're trying to decide between paid and free trials, don't ask which one gets more leads. That's not the right question. The better question is, which offer brings in the right people and makes it easiest to convert them into long-term members? Because the goal is not to get the most trials. The goal is to get the most enrollments from the right people. And those two things are not the same. A lot of gym owners and martial arts school owners think that the best offer is the one with the least friction. Free trial, no risk, easy yes. And sometimes that works. But easy to claim doesn't always mean easy to convert, because free can bring in more volume, but can also bring in people with low intent. More no-shows, more ghosting, more people who are just curious for 5 minutes but were never really serious. On the other hand, a paid trial can do something that free doesn't. It creates buy-in. It can filter out people who are just kicking tires. It can position your gym or your school at a higher level. It can attract people who take the process more seriously. So does that mean that paid trials are better? Not always. Because this is where a lot of owners mess it up. They think the answer is just to add friction, charge for the trial, raise the barrier, filter people out. But if you add too much friction too fast, you lose good people too. That's the trap. I saw this firsthand working with a boxing gym. They were already generating over 80 leads a month from free local traffic using our C3 system. So volume wasn't the problem. But they realized they were spending too much time working for free. Their thinking was, let's raise the barrier for entry so that we get more serious people. And second, let's position ourselves as the higher end boxing club. Now that part made sense. At first, they wanted to charge $30 for a one-class trial, but that reduced the number of people taking the trial way too much. And the reason was simple. Their competitors were offering free trials. So even if their gym was better, the competitor's offer felt less risky. And that matters. Because people don't compare your offer in a vacuum. They compare it to the other options in the market. So I told them, don't just make it paid. Make it make sense. Instead of one class for $30, we changed the offer to 3 classes for $30, including hand wraps. Now the person wasn't paying just to try one class. Now they were getting a package. It felt more valuable, more complete, and way less risky. And once they made that shift, paid trials went up. More importantly, enrollments went up too. And that's the lesson. The right offer isn't always the one that's the cheapest. It's not always the one with the most friction either. It's the one that creates the best balance between commitment and value. That's what owners miss. If your offer is free, you may get more hands raised, but that doesn't mean you'll get more members. And if your offer is paid, you may get better intent, but if it feels too risky compared to your competitors, you can choke demand. So the real question isn't, should I do free trial or paid trials? The real question is, what offer gets the right person to say yes, show up, and enroll? Now that's the game. So here's the principle. Free trials usually lower friction and increase volume, but you have to have a solid follow-up and sales process to make it work. Paid trials usually raise commitment, but you have to 1, have the traffic, and 2, your offer needs to be perceived as lower risk and more valuable than your competitors. Neither one is magic. The best choice depends on what problem you're trying to solve. If you don't have enough interest, free may help. If you have plenty of interest but too many weak leads, paid may help. If you want stronger positioning, a paid offer could help, but only if the value is clear enough that the risk feels worth it. That's why the best trial offer isn't the one that gets the most clicks. It's the one that brings in the best fit student, the one most likely to show up, buy, stay, and refer. That's the person you want. So if you're trying to decide between free and paid, stop thinking like a marketer chasing opt-ins and start thinking like an owner building a stronger member base. Because the best offer is not the easiest yes. It's the one that creates the best members. So if you want help figuring out what kind of trial offer makes the most sense for your gym or martial arts school, like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want help building the right offer and system behind it, book a discovery call with my team. If this hits home, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.